Hello and welcome everybody out there in Twitch and D&D land. Welcome to the sixth session of Reggie's Chosen, a story of Exandria. Now, before we jump into the action tonight, we have a few short announcements we have to make as per usual. The first one is that if you are watching on the YouTube channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We really do appreciate if you do all of those interactions. If you're watching live, thank you so very much for being here and supporting us as well. Be sure to follow the channel, and if you are already following, consider subscribing. That goes directly to support our fantastic community and goes to growing our community every single goddamn day. In addition to that, we do have some open slots available. We have open slots for this game and for Saturday's game currently available. Potentially Friday, I'm not quite sure. But if you are interested in joining our pay-to-play community and joining in on a living universe, many of games which are inspired by Critical Role, please consider joining our Patreon. We now have a specific tier for the waitlist for anybody who wants to get in on that waitlist and hold out until there is a slot available to them. We are doing this because we were just getting too many people just joining the waitlist in our community at one of the lower tiers and expecting to get all of the same benefits as everybody else who's already deeply enrooted into our community. And unfortunately, not all of them were the best of people, so yes, we have to set it up in this format. But other than that, yeah, I don't think there's anything else I really care to go over. Hey, Forgerum, what the hell happened last time?
Last time, in the aftermath of our attempted forging of a sword out of stone and destroying the polo field, setting up traps in Corvus's sister's room, we sort of ate a dinner, looked around, made sure that the room was set up to receive his sister, and found an invite for Corvus. Corvus opened it. The invite seemed to be a vocal performance going on in the city of where we Allfield?
Nope. Trustenwald.
Oh, we're in Trustenwald. Sorry. Trustenwald. So we decided to attend. That involved a little bit of shopping and clothes gathering and making and being set up by the butler on what is appropriate dress for such an occasion. We disarmed ourselves and then took ourselves to the theater. We also learned some manners. Not really. As we attended, Jasper was sort of met by a woman who we all perceived as just being attracted to him, who sort of led him away from the rest of us while we did the best at socializing or being less conspicuous than we tend to be. As things progressed, Jasper headed off, figured out fairly quickly as the woman stealthed around the facility that she sort of knew how to get around and be in a scenario as a stealthy type. He then said, "Oh, I do play an instrument." So they set out to find the instrument, where she then later revealed that she was actually part of a guild that was searching for a serial killer, and that serial killings had been happening in the cities where this particular performance group had been performing. Which, after a little bit of conversation and investigation, we sort of figured out that we probably need to be aware of it because of the fact that Corvus being invited probably marks him as a target for tonight's events. So, as we set, the lights had just come on in the theater. The crowd was just starting to file in. We were still just outside the theater, as the theater had filled, and pondering what we should really do next. And that's where we left off.
Well, you all moved over towards the bathroom while everybody is piling in. You begun your conversation about exactly what's been transpiring, and, well, Corvus, this is the first time somebody has been actively trying to kill you, which is a different situation altogether. So, within a few moments of the description going out to you all, you begin seeing the lights flicker 3 times, signifying that you have 3 minutes before the doors are sealed.
So, how do we want to play this?
Bait and fishermen.
We're gonna use Corvus as bait then.
Speaking as the fishman, I feel like you could probably phrase that a little bit better.
No, you're not the fisherman, you're the bait.
No, never mind.
Oh, got it. Sorry.
Speaking
Yeah.
as the fish man.
Sorry. Right.
Yeah, you're the tiny fish that we use to catch the bigger fish.
No,
There we-
sorry. No, you, right. Bait and
That's
trap.
Yeah.
There we go.
You know, when I look at you, I never see fish. Just
Adam,
Yes.
just a reminder, you can
It's
change your
fairly
background.
noticeable.
I definitely don't think that's Regina.
Hey,
You never know.
that's actually
the
her
cloak,
cat.
you
That's
never
actually
know.
her cat's true form.
Oh boy. Oh, Lord Cavendish. No.
I suppose the
Yeah.
best we can really do is just be
Just stick close
Extra.
to you. Just
Yeah.
act very inconspicuously, like we're still
And
attending.
just
We have
be-
not caught on to this plan.
and just be on alert.
Yep, exactly. Just keep your eyes peeled.
And then when something inevitably goes wrong, we respond gracefully.
Yep, that is what we do.
What
I'm
about
hoping
the
for a
what
change
about
of
the
pace on
packet?
that part.
Definitely won't be loud or, ostentatious in any way.
What were you saying, Regina?
Make things worse this time.
What about the package that came this afternoon for you?
It was
Uh,
literally just the one word saying,
Right, but Jordan was the
simply.
one that found it. Maybe, he's here. We can go talk to him about it. Maybe he saw a carrier or something.
Well,
either way, we have to get it. We have to get in before the doors close.
true. And
So let's.
unless they're not planning on being in there anyway, and they could still be out here, like we are.
I feel like we have to plan for them being there
The lights flicker
because
twice.
that's where.
I mean, if you're the target, they'll eventually come to you. So I guess it doesn't really matter where we are. So
Either way, if we're not the target, then anyone in there is a likely follow-up.
true. Yeah, we should definitely be where the most people are. So if it comes to that, we could try
Exactly.
to protect them if possible. If there's any collateral.
I'm not the only important person that's going to be here tonight.
Yeah. I mean, he also seems to be very precise in the people he wants to kill, and it doesn't seem like he does any collateral, because it seems like he likes to make a show of it, especially with that. The last person he usually ends up killing is on full display, so I don't think he's really.
And don't the
sloppy.
killings occur after the performance?
One flicker.
Did we figure that out?
Let's just get inside and just let the
Yeah.
cards fall.
Now, are you going to go to the common seating area, which presumably all of the tickets have already been sold out for, or are you going to try to run upstairs to your private room before it gets sealed?
That one.
Alrighty. I would like an athletics check from all 4 of you.
Oh boy.
You have to run around a very, very large area.
Actually, I will.
That's not bad, Regina.
I will spend some of my sorcery points to get a rune, as I'm running, just to give myself like an adrenaline boost, and I will expend that charge to do this. To channel the power into my legs and make me run faster.
Alrighty. As he focuses this ability, you all watch his legs become almost like an anime character rippling against his pants. And so go ahead, you have advantage.
Yeah, it like lights up at the top of his chest and it like goes down like an elevator, like lights all the way down to his legs, and then it. All right. So...
Son of a bitch! Just use the Kaioken.
Kaioken times 10. All right. Well,
14.
better than 5.
So you all get up there as the last guard is closing your door and is beginning to fiddle with their key.
Wait, you have 4 more. Hold up.
Oh, Mr. Astroloth, it is a pleasure. Please.
Oh,
Yes.
He will open the door for you, and he smiles.
I just barrel in. Wait, I gotta turn it off.
I quickly thank him as I make my way in.
Who glitched themselves through the wall? Why are you seeing everything? What?
We all are.
My runes don't have a break. Hold up.
All of you are seeing everything?
No, but a big
mean-
chunk of the theater.
Yeah, it's
I'm
in
not.
shadow. I can't really see anything in it. I just see the
Yeah.
shapes of chairs and the stage.
Yeah, I feel like I see all of Jasper's view.
I mean, I
That's a
couldn't-
roll 20 issue, not a me issue.
Yeah, I think it's roll 20.
And the dynamic lighting's still preventing us from actually seeing anything out there.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to gain any of that. You're seeing off the map as well, but whatever. Here, Jasper,
True.
move you.
That is definitely roll 20 effing up. as they
Yep.
say.
Okay. So,
Sounds right.
as you are walking past Corvus, he reaches up for your shoulder.
I grab his hand.
Psh! I'm sorry, sir. You have a little. He gestures at your shoulder, and you see a tiny piece of salami on it.
I reach over and take it, and
Oh boy,
I
our
did-
manners lessons worked really well.
I didn't mean any disrespect. I just wanted to be discreet about it.
Appreciate it.
The show is already beginning. Please.
Fordrup's full bodyguard mode. Back off. Get away from the president.
All right.
exactly.
The 4 of you step inside and go up towards the chairs. 5 total chairs inside of this establishment, presumably for the 3 siblings and then the 2 parents. As you look down at this entire crowd that is just filing in, people looking around and looking at ushers to get escorted to proper seating arrangements around this incredibly large, much larger than the map you're looking at, theater. This is just the center area theater, and unfortunately dynamic lighting fucked up so you see everything, so whatever. That really aggravates me that's happening.
Even if that's not the whole thing, that's still a pretty respectable size for a theater.
Well, that's just the middle section. There's 2 more sections on either side. But anyways, you go up there and look around nervously.
Do the chairs move in here?
Yes, they do.
Perfect.
Ah.
I take my chair, turn it around, and sit with my back against Corvus's.
But you missed the show. Ah, whatever.
I don't think that's
My ears work.
I'm just saying.
fair.
If something spectacular happens, say something. But otherwise,
Yeah, I don't know many
Of course.
orchestras that have live performances at the same time.
This one does.
plus of course it was Torvin.
So,
Yep.
Corvos, you're seated. Are you taking your seat or your father's seat?
That.
Does it have like little reserve notes on each seat?
No, but he
With their
knows which
names.
one his family uses.
Ah, okay. Alright.
I suppose I'll take my father's seat rather than having anyone else do it.
It's fair. Fair.
Already.
That'd be strange.
I just grabbed the one next to it and wait for him to sit down in one of them.
So
Then
your
flip it around and
mother's.
sit it.
Um,
Perfect.
It's a lot squishier on the back than you were anticipating, and nowhere near as squishy in the butt. But I mean, it's good. It's a really nice chair compared to what you've sat on in your life.
Like a saddle. Yeah, this beats the snot out of a saddle.
Is this like a box that is in row with other boxes? Like if I lean forward and looked out, could I see that there's other openings down the way?
Roll me a perception check if you're going to be leaning down and looking. Wow, you rolled a 2.
Yeah.
Holy shit. 11. You lean down and you do see that beneath you and roughly about 25 feet away, there is another box. And further past them, on the same level as them, there is yet another box. And over to your right, there's one on your tier, one slightly lower, and then another one around the side. All of your boxes seem to be seated on top of some general seating down below at this very large display. And as you're kind of like leaning forward to look around, the stage lights are beginning to dim completely.
Oh, perfect. This is the perfect time right now. I'm going to summon my cat to me, and I'm going to try and send him along to one of the other boxes to sneak into it.
Okay, have it roll a stealth check. And are you poofing it to you, or are you poofing it to a box? Because
I'm going to poof it to me and then have it crawl along the edge.
give me an acrobatics check for the cat.
So stealth and acrobatics?
Acrobatics first, because you could fail just with that one. It just
We got
falls
raining
over.
cats.
Big oof.
Unfortunately, when it hits the ground, it poofs.
Nice.
You are
Look,
like
Cavendash, no.
you are like 40 feet up.
What did you do? He's dead. All
He-
right.
He fell, so I can't get him back for quite a while.
Oh boy.
Well, that's unfortunate.
No, we lost the cat. Great start.
Forgem just chuckled.
Bright side. On the bright side, no one in the audience has to deal with seeing a dead cat.
True.
But there are a
That
few
would
people
be-
who look up at your box and
That would definitely ruin the mood. What's that smell?
It's the salami he got from his shoulder.
Oh.
I didn't think it was going to come out of the seat.
so you guys are just sitting there,
Yep.
waiting.
Waiting, watching.
Okay, you're watching.
As we're sitting
Listening.
here, I'm going to ritually cast Beast Sense.
Hmm.
Do you need any physical components for that?
Nope, it's only somatic. I don't even have to talk to do it.
Beautiful. All right, please roll that spell in chat for me. And it is a ritual? Just because I don't see ritual on this one.
Yeah, it is on the actual spell
Right.
sheet.
To do that,
Yeah,
you
that's a
need a willing beast. What beast do you
Yeah,
have?
that's not what I thought it was. I thought it was the one where I could tell where there were creatures around me.
Locate animal. That's how you locate animals.
Oh yeah, locate animals and plants.
Yeah, and I need
one.
materials for that, so I can't do that one.
Can see why you thought that, though.
True.
In all honesty, half those spells should literally just be the same fucking spell. Because
Yeah. True. Actually, for
make
the
it a
first
third
part-
level for all of the first and second level communication with animals spells. Just make it a third level, but you have the diversity of doing all of them. Fair.
Yeah. Let's see.
You guys hear the music is beginning to emanate from the stage, but the lights are still completely blackened.
Actually,
Slowly, the lights begin to dimly erupt from the stage itself, engulfing the performers. You see there is a beautiful orchestra lining the entire back section of this theater. Directly in front of them, there is a quartet of performers and singers, and out from behind the curtains, you begin to see all manners of humans, half-elves, halflings start moving across the area, all of which are adorned in these plastered masks that emanate some type of very ill-tasting representation of other people to begin their storytelling.
Hey, Corvus, do you still have that note on you that you received today?
Yeah, do you actually?
I don't believe I do.
Because I would actually like to check something on it if you had it.
I do not.
Oh, too bad. I was gonna try and pick up his scent.
In my defense, I didn't know someone was going to try to kill me when I forgot that note.
Right, of course.
Who would have thought today'd be the day?
Should I cast a spell? Shit. How long does it last? An hour? Yeah, I might as well. Yeah, because the materials don't cost anything, and I have my ring, so.
What are we casting? See invisibility.
Yep. I got it when I leveled up, just for moments like this.
And your visual prowess is 120 feet?
Yep.
Okay.
Magical and non-magical, and now invisibility and ethereal plane, all at the same time.
That's going to be handy.
Yep. And I'm just like scanning across this whole auditorium hall, back and forth. And it's not concentration.
Alrighty. Roll me an investigation, Jasper.
Oh, baby.
Oh! Natural 20.
He sure did.
With my plus 0. Oh, man, I'm on it now, boys.
Get it.
I'm a hawk.
You begin analyzing the crowd, looking at people who seem to be positioned here, and unfortunately with your see invisibility, if somebody was invisible, you would see them as a normal entity. So you're now looking for people who are standing precariously, like out of place, and you're analyzing the crowd during the warm-up of the show, just waiting for those moments where the cellos get a very deep strum and the lights bellow upwards a little bit before fading gently. Luckily, you're able to focus incredibly well despite the fact that this is your first ever concert like this.
Yeah.
And it is kind of giving you a sense of anticipation with this warm-up. As a performer, you would take note that this is a very deliberate tactic to entice you to pay attention, but as you are looking through, you see an individual tucked underneath one of the boxes. They're just leaning against the wall, staring out at the stage. The left side of their face is scorched all the way down, and the right half of it has a very sharp, almost feline-looking eye watching the stage, and they seem to be taking in the music very well. And as some of the patrolling ushers walk past, they straighten themselves up and reposition, almost as if to be sure that they're staying outside of bumping range of the individual. Though the individual never looks at them.
He'll bump Fordrum. Look over in that corner. Do you see anybody that looks suspicious?
Fordrum, roll me a perception check.
Man, I love this music right now.
There's a lot of noble people in that corner. That's up to you if that's suspicious. But that's really all you pick up on.
You mean the woman in that purple, ugly hat thingy?
No.
Honestly,
I mean,
who wears a hat inside of a theater? That's just
It's
fucking
definitely
rude.
not a good look, but yeah, no.
The guy with those weird spiky thing, like poofy, weird shoulder things. That guy.
No, that's just cool.
That's
No. And you'll like point with his finger and like line it up to where he is. That one right over there.
Jasper, roll me a stealth check while you do that.
He's not like fully like,
I know.
He's like pointing right there. Let's see, where's mine? There it is.
12. As you kind of point over at the individual, you see their face repositions towards you, and there's a quick flicker in the music, a new strum of the cellos that emanate outwards. And in the flash of bright light across it, the individual kind of just disappears. Forgem, you see nobody.
no, yeah.
Oh, good. Well, they just disappeared.
Well,
It was a strange-looking man. That
Individual. You couldn't
yeah.
describe them as a man, unfortunately.
do you think he saw you pointing?
Maybe, I don't know.
I hope
But-
so. That would be good.
The left part of his face was completely burned, and the other side, the right side in the eye, was like this narrow slit of a pupil, almost like a cat.
I just shoot a glance at Regina for a second, and then I shake it off. Okay.
Like a tabaxi, maybe? I don't know. I couldn't really tell from this distance, but they were definitely invisible. I
Right.
have a spell that lets me see invisible
Cool.
people.
That's good though, because
Now he knows that we're here.
well, yeah, that might make us the first target. Which hopefully
He could try to get rid of us now that we know that he's there,
Right.
whoever this is.
At this moment, I need a charisma save from the two of you, as
Oh,
there
boy.
is a rasping at the door behind you.
Hey.
Dang.
Neither of you are terribly startled when you just hear,
I got it.
All right.
I walk over and I open the door just about like so that not more than less than a hand could fit through, or at least my hand.
so a big hand. You open the door a little bit, and you see one of the workers of this event, who's currently pushing a cart filled with fine wines, beverages, little bits of finger food and popcorn. And they gesture. Without saying anything, they just gesture at the cart.
I, without turning my eye off of them, I turn my face and I whisper, Jasper, you want anything off this food cart? Anyone else want anything?
I'll turn around and like peek
When I
through the door.
When
What
I
do they
see
got?
Jasper turning, I'll open the door a little further.
Okay. Roll me a perception check, Jasper. Corvus, you said something about popcorn?
Yes.
Let me guess. Lightly salted, extra butter.
Oh my!
I
am
can't say
on
you're
it.
wrong.
Let's go. What do they got?
You look out there, Jasper, and you don't see anybody that's looking suspicious or that looks like that individual.
So then I'll whisper to the server,
Yeah.
popcorn, lightly salted, extra butter. Anybody else?
Nah, I'm good.
Gina?
I'm all right, thank you.
Yeah, Cor, you got you. I'll take one of those and one of those. And I just point at a bottle of something that looks not like wine necessarily.
Your options are wine or champagne.
Yeah, okay, it's probably... Then I don't point... Yeah, I'll point at a wine bottle. And then I'll point it. Is there anything meat-like?
There's a tray of rolled meats.
Yeah, one of those.
You point at the tray. Are you pointing at one of the meats or one of the trays?
I just point out
That general direction.
let them decide.
I'd say he'd point at one of the trays, but that's I'm not playing you.
I'm expecting that they're gonna pick up.
They're gonna figure it out.
Yeah, like they'll pick up the etiquette on what I really get.
Yeah.
So if I'm less descriptive, I might not fuck up as bad.
They will
Sure.
go and procure you 4 pieces of the meat platter that they have, a bag of popcorn, and then they will gesture to the sign on the cart. Popcorn, 1 silver. Samplers, 1 silver. Wine, 5 silver.
All right. I hand them a gold and go, thank you. And mouth the word thank you.
They bow towards you, very regal.
Yeah. And then before they even roll away, I close the door gently, sit down, and put my foot against it.
Kick back and relax.
Corvus Fortrum now has your popcorn.
Gimme.
I'll take that.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, I just handed it over his shoulder, like tapped him, like laid it on his chest. Here you
Thank you.
go. Uh-huh.
We are always something. So, you all continue watching the show, listening to the music.
I'm just eyeing that person now, trying to see them in the crowd or anywhere around if they pop up again.
You keep watching carefully.
Mhm.
There's a shift and transition in the show as a new melody begins emanating outwards. You hear almost like an expansion of sound pushing forward. Some type of wind instrument that I don't think many of you are highly diverse in instruments, so you can't really discern what it is. As there's a very smooth amount of percussion filling in the void behind it. And
That
now
would be the closest, but yeah.
the lights are beginning to grow a bit brighter at the stage. As you see, the performance is now shifting. Corvus, you're the one watching the performance. I would like you to give me an investigation roll, please. If you are not proficient in investigation, you are proficient in this check. Wow. Okay, then.
Yeah, that's on brand.
So it's going to be one of those sessions, eh? Okay, then. Okay.
You mean every session?
I mean, that's a little, that's this is a good session for it to stop a little bit,
That's
I
why I've been
agree
so
with
happy
that.
I've been on the ball so far, at least. Kind of. Except for my stealth check. Which is all, that's on brand. Yeah. He's probably like not invisible anymore. He's like actually performing now.
You watch the crowd begin to whisper to some of themselves down below. This is very frequent occurrence at these large-scale events. That's why certain noble families pay for the box seats specifically. The general crowd, some people fancy themselves aficionados who can analyze the story and lore behind the active performance that all of you are receiving right now. But the figures on the stage are moving at very odd intervals. Very jagged, aggressive-looking movements as well. Regina, because you're watching, you can also participate in the investigation. This is actually a tale that you are a little familiar with that they are trying to impersonate. You see, not very long ago, early enough in your life that you can still remember the events, there was a battle that transpired over at the Ashgard garrison. The tension between Xhorhas, the Kryn dynasty, and the Empire was rising, and that garrison was previously under the control of Xhorhas. Though, through a triumphant endeavor, they managed to take back the garrison for the Empire using barbaric guerrilla warfare tactics, as well as dumping vats of oil across the battlefield and igniting it with wizards. It was a devastating event, one that recent history has manipulated and shifted into a triumphant Empire success.
This whole thing is just imperialistic propaganda. Feeding us lies.
I mean, yeah, that's what 90% of these things.
That's yeah, I know.
At least it's pretty propaganda.
I
That's
guess.
specifically the thing that the
Yes.
organization that I'm a part of is looking to stop from spreading.
As you're watching this, Regina, you take note that a handful of the people on the stage are shifting in and out of different large masks over themselves that engulf most of their body. Not most of their body, halfway on their shoulders and bigger, just to get a much more grandiose display of their heads. And you see that they're continuing the story of triumph over this location. Now, as you're enjoying this section of the story, those of you not closely paying attention to the show, Jasper and Fordrum, roll me perception checks.
Two.
Yep.
Hey.
You both are acutely alert of that door. There ain't nothing getting through that door. Both of you are positive nothing will ever come through that door.
I wouldn't even look at the door. I know Fortune got it on lock.
But right now,
I'm not wasting my spell on that door.
you're being careful of that door.
It's the classic, like, I just keep looking back, like, waiting for another knock, like, tilting my head every, like, 5 seconds.
No. Neither of you notice anything. But Jasper, you hear a voice enter into your mind. Wondrous show tonight.
Oh, I don't know if I can respond.
You can.
Oh.
They whisper back into your mind.
I don't know about that.
You don't like it?
Not particularly.
Really?
Mm.
With the company you keep? I'm hoping...
Not a big fan of lies, really.
With the company you keep. Well, I look forward to the finale.
Good luck.
No response.
I just have to say though, that is the one bad thing about that spell is that the other guy always gets the last word.
Yeah, that's why I love it. It's a perfect spell for a villain.
Interesting.
No, I mean the guy you're sending to always has the last word.
Well, I mean, you can also just stop concentrating on the spell and go, fuck him. and just walk
Yeah.
away.
Yeah. Interesting. Seems like our quadrillion killer just spoke to me in my head.
What'd he say?
He asked if I liked the show, and I said not particularly.
Oh.
Not a big fan of lies. And then he said, that's interesting due to the company you keep, which I'm sure he's referring to you probably, Corvus, being a noble of the Empire.
Yeah.
And due to the nature of the story of this play. And that's pretty much it. He said he was looking forward for the finale, which I'm sure that just means something great, full of flowers and sunshine. To which I promptly said, good luck. And then that was it, and he didn't talk to me. The dialect kind of sounded similar to that one female tabaxi we met when we met with the greatest man in the world, the most interesting man in the world.
Nathan Gale, world's greatest archaeologist.
No. Nope. Maybe he's probably waiting for the finale then at that point, now that he knows.
Waiting for the finale.
Yeah. Maybe he's planning on interrupting the show at the end on the stage.
Anybody proficient in an instrument, roll me that instrument utilizing intelligence.
Oh, that would be me. Hey.
Is that intelligence?
Yep.
Is there nobody else in this party proficient with an instrument?
Nah, it's just me, man. Nope. We don't have a bard no more.
Wow. Okay then.
Backstory kicking in.
Yeah.
I'm proficient with playing cards, if that helps.
The fluttering of cards can make music, maybe.
Bunch of other tools.
Yeah. I'm gonna hear like the wrong key.
No. But you do recognize a very particular I forget what it's called. It's the system keeping pace, the
Metronome?
metronome.
Or time signature.
Yeah.
Time
Sure.
signature. Yes, that's
Yeah.
what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it keeps going 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Huh.
And it kind of sits separately from the rest of the show.
Like it's going on separately from the rest of it, like they're not playing to that time signature, that's just kind of there.
There's one section of the orchestra, thank you, that is playing at that signature.
Interesting.
And the other ones are not.
Is it just like one like side, like a left side, or like or is it certain instruments?
Unfortunately, with your role, you can't distinguish that. You just piece it out from everything else. I mean, you're a good performer, but you don't know orchestras that well, and many of these
Yeah, more
instruments are
solo
completely
acts.
foreign to you.
Yeah, solo acts.
I'm fairly certain you've never seen a cello before in your life. Like,
No. Yeah, mostly the classic bard instruments I've seen and heard, but that's about it. Nothing like crazy big orchestra instruments. It seems like there's a separate time signature that some of the people down there are playing in the beat to.
What does that have to do with it?
That's, from what I know, seems very strange to have two separate time signatures for music going on at the same time, because that could really make the music all muddled depending on how it goes, and I could hear the difference between that and the rest of the music being played. And that normally shouldn't happen, especially in what I would assume is a very professional large orchestra like this.
Can I look down there and see if there's anybody that's not paying attention to the conductor?
Yeah, are
oh,
they just,
roll
like,
me an
looking down?
insight check, Regina.
I was just about to say, like,
Yeah.
are they just not paying attention at all to what's going on?
I'll use my game inspiration on this one.
Okay. $23. The wind instrument players. There's 2 flutists, 3 oboes, and 2 more of I know it sounds stupid. Not the recorder, the longer one.
Oboe?
No, I already said
No.
oboe. It's a different
Clarinet.
Oh, clarinet.
Clarinet, thank you.
Yeah.
That section, they seem to be swaying in their own pattern, slightly separate from the conductor. They're not closely watching him, but instead they all seem to be more or less facing one another and continuing their own pacing.
Hey, look down there. You see over there in the wind section? They don't seem to be paying attention to the guy with the stick. They're kind of just staring off and doing their own thing.
Huh. Yeah, you're right.
Jasper, the time signature that you are listening to shifts now. 1 2 1 2 3. 1 2 1 2 3.
Wait. They're going from 1 to 3 now instead of 1 2 3 4, alternating. I think they're counting down.
I'm going to quickly check to see if our door is still unlocked.
Okay. You go over and you test the handle. It's
I
unlocked.
remove my foot from it for him to.
Sure, sure.
I just look up and pull my foot back, like, go ahead if you're.
So
Are you going somewhere?
you try the handle and it does twist.
All right.
And then I put my foot back on it if he doesn't go out it.
I don't think it's the door that we're gonna have to worry about.
No, but better safe than sorry.
Although, from what I was told, he does like to make a show of things, but I don't know if you would do it in such a large place like this at once. I feel like that's a very easy way to get caught, unless he's doing it in a way where he controls others to do it for him, and he's gone.
Or we could be very lucky in catching his last act.
Maybe. That could be what he meant by finale. Like, this is the last city that he'll be at before.
Jiro, do I think those people might be under the influence or something? Maybe enthralled or charmed?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Hey! Yeah, Regina.
22. All right, so all the good rolls go to Regina tonight. Everybody rely on her.
Yep.
Yeah, after my 1 and 2 that I started with.
Yeah.
They do seem entranced. Now, that could be their focus to the music, but you notice all of them are moving in perfect unison with one another compared to the rest of the orchestra, which they are performing in unison, but they're not moving in unison. there may be some muddling of mentals going on with them.
I don't know. There's just something weird about what's going on down there. I
Oh.
think they're moving in unison. I don't know if it's magical or not.
How
But
far
it
away
is-
are they from us up here in the box?
Probably good 200 feet in total.
Okay.
It's a very, very large
Yeah. Okay.
theater.
Hmm.
Oh, who doesn't love
About
the theater?
how long into the performance are we?
At this point, I am keeping pace in perfect time. You are just shy of 30 minutes into the first act.
Okay. And it's 2 acts.
Yes.
Do you all think we should stop the finale from happening?
I feel like that. But if we
The
do
better
that, it
question
would.
is, if we do that, how do we do that without causing a terrible
Yeah.
stir that frightens the hell out of everyone?
Yeah.
Who says we can't frighten the hell out of them without being connected to what's going on?
Fair point.
I'm pretty sure if they saw a lion jump down from the balcony, people would flee.
I don't. No. I don't know. Definitely don't think we should try to scar these people.
Yeah.
Well. God, it's hard to tell. We don't know what this person is planning, so whatever we do could be pale in comparison to what they're planning. In which case, it would be a good idea. But if it's maybe a dud or he's just fucking with us, who knows?
Jasper,
Oh, I can almost guarantee they're fucking with us. That's how they get their jollies.
Jasper,
Of course.
now it is 1-2, 1-2, 1-2.
All right,
1-2.
now they're slowing their pace to 1-2 now. Definitely seems like there's some sort of ending to whatever this is that they're doing down there. Is it some sort of special song?
How does the crowd seem? Do they seem like they're at all like
Do they notice them playing like this?
mystified or?
Like people close to them?
Roll me an insight check, both of you.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, that's yeah. Okay, great, cool.
Kind of hard to tell for both of you.
Fair.
Yeah. I mean, the crowd is enjoying the show, it seems. It's a good show. It's a fantastic performance. I mean, just watching the artistic display of dancing that is transpiring is something that you get to experience maybe once or twice a year if this is your life.
I don't know. I feel like we need to get at least one of them. I talk to them maybe, get them out of this trance before something bad happens and we never see them again. Maybe they could know what happened to them before, or who did this to them.
Let's just try see if we can get something done during the intermission between acts.
But if they're counting down at this rate, I don't know if that would be a good idea. Maybe he means finale of the first act, and then right when it ends, before intermission, that could be it.
Corvus, you hear in your mind very suddenly, 1.
Get
Oh
down.
boy. Oh boy. Oh shit. Duck and cover, boys.
You all immediately slam down to the deck, immediately dropping as soon as he says that. I assume. Or are any of you like,
Oh,
fuck
yeah,
that
no.
shit, I'm standing up.
Nope. Fuck. Nope. Classic earthquake drill. Get under the desk. Get under the chair.
You very quickly drop down to the ground, watching, immediately alert to your surroundings. And then, the first half of the show ends. The lights turn on, and everybody is beginning to exit out of the theater
Oh,
for
badass.
intermission.
I go, you pick my head up and just. Oh. Full salon there, I guess.
All right.
Bastard
Yeah.
is definitely fucking with us.
Unless that just meant he took out somebody already.
We should
That's-
search.
That we'll have to find out.
Yeah. We should definitely search around this place during intermission.
It might be in our best interest to let the security around here just
I'm gonna go look for Anpia,
Who?
the woman.
Oh, your friend
Yes.
that I saw you dive into a room with.
Mm-hmm.
This room, actually.
Oh,
Yeah, she
son of a
works
bitch.
with me. She's part of the yeah work colleague.
You all begin shuffling out into the main area. And
I'm
it
gonna
is
ask a guard or anybody like an usher. How long is the second act?
the second act is roughly about the same time as the first act. You're looking at close to 40 minutes or so. It is not going to take too terribly long. You have plenty of time to use the facilities if that is what you are concerned about.
Sure. Thanks.
Of course.
Somebody should go check out. Maybe try to get to the woodwind instrument people that were playing weird. And see what happens to them.
Probably shouldn't be me.
We should definitely check to see if they're fine now or if they know what happened. Fine, I'll do it then.
I'll go backstage.
Yeah, I will head back.
Okay, so you walk out of your room to go the proper way backstage, which is downstairs.
Yeah.
Now, the doors are all sealed off, yet again, because they already had one scare of their main pianist, suddenly falling unconscious. So you scoot around the side of the area until you start noticing people are trailing off. There's fewer and fewer the further back you walk, until you see that there's a set of large double doors that are currently being stood in front of, or that currently have two large soldiers standing out front of them, guarding.
Oh boy. Jesper will puff his chest up. And we'll walk over to them. Hello, men.
Hello, are you enjoying the show, sir?
Yes, of course. You see, my daughter is one of the performers. She plays the flute. I needed to talk to her just for a quick second.
Which of the performers are your daughter?
Hold up. I have a name for this. Son. Oh, wait, no. Fake daughter's name. Here we go.
Oh, that one. Yeah, no, they definitely never heard of her.
Millie Miller.
I do not believe I am aware. Is she one of the backups for this event?
Well, I didn't want to say that. It kind of puts her down, just makes her feel bad.
Roll me a deception check.
Okay. Hey, I'm good at these things, guys.
Oh, there's no ill weight for being a second string, sir. I mean, you have to earn your position towards the front. Sometimes simply tenure is all that is lacking, even for the brightest of prodigies.
He like glares at him. I
But,
just wanted to remind her of a change of plans after the show.
oh, do you have a message that I should send back to her, sir?
Well, it's, a very personal thing.
If you need a note, we can go fetch you one as well. I'm sorry, as I'm sure you know, we are not allowed any distractions during the intermission, as they are preparing themselves for the second act.
Oh, of course, and I wouldn't want to put any judgment on you, but I just don't trust giving notes to random strangers about personal things.
Oh, sir,
With our family.
I am the stationary guard. I've been with them all the way since Rexingtrum. I'm surprised I haven't seen you around before, but I understand some parents like to stay a bit more private in what they do. So, I respect that. However, sir, I am very, very apologetic. I am not allowed to allow parents back there during the.
He gets the really like pouty face on. Yeah, well, you see, the thing about that is, I live here in Trostenwald, and I've been waiting for her and the orchestra to get here so I could see her performance. This is the only one that I'm able to see because I'm not able to go to the other ones outside the city.
Oh, sir, I am.
This is my only chance.
I am
to see the performance.
Sir,
and I need to talk to her now.
He looks at the other guard, and the other guard's like, "Don't do it! Don't do it!"
Like right now.
Sir, I will escort you back there. Okay?
Thank you.
It is if anybody comes by, I will have to grab you to make it seem like you snuck back here, of course.
If that is fine.
Okay.
As long as I can speak to her.
And the other guy's like, what? It's fine. It's his father. Come on. You have a daughter. Come on. And he like opens the door and gestures for you to walk through. All right, so Jasper's the first one who's going to die. Everyone else, what are you doing?
Heyo. Sounds about right.
I'm basically where the shield is in Corvus's picture. That's pretty much the place Fordrum stuck to.
His hip.
Yep.
Understood.
Nice.
Oh, anybody else here?
Sorry, forgot I was on mute. Like I said before, I probably would try to go towards security, try to just give them the heads up that something fishy this way comes.
Don't use the word fishy. You might get offended.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
He's allowed to make these jokes. Come on.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Something
Corvus,
of a,
do you just walk up to one of the guards here? Now, you are fully aware that at these events, they have the personal guards of the actual performers and the show. They escort them from, location to location. They live with them, more or less. And then there are the local guards from...
Yeah, I would go for the local guards. Anyone who looks like they're more specifically with the venue than the act.
The venue does not typically provide guards. The local guards would be outside, so you step outside.
Fair enough.
With Fordrum. Okay. As you step outside with Fordrum, Regina, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go with Corvus.
Okay. The three of you step outside, and you see that there are currently two tall, standing royal guards here, having a one-on-one conversation with each other. Right out front, while some of the other people are lighting their pipes and having a smoke or just experiencing the night air and, getting some fresh oxygen in them. And the two guards are just having a very close conversation with one another. Regina, with your passive, you see around the side of the building that there are two shadowy figures that are currently dragging something away that looks very heavy.
I'm gonna kind of nudge Corvus and nod my head over in that direction.
See what's going on over there.
as you both are looking, the two
And,
guards look between each other and then step up and kind of block your vision. I trust that everybody is enjoying the show tonight.
Oh, yes, of course. Just came out to get a little fresh air. Oh,
Wonderful evening, is it not? Beautiful
It is.
stars and glorious moon. Mr. Astroloff, I was not aware that anyone from your family were home. Greetings to see you. Corvus, you recognize him? You have no idea who he is. You recognize, like, hey, this
Yes,
is an
well,
important guard in town, but you don't know him.
Alrighty. Keeping that in mind.
please excuse me. I need to go to the
Yes.
restroom before this starts. And I'm going to go back inside.
Okay. Madame,
Alright.
use the left hall's restroom. The right hall one had a accident in it, so they are currently cleaning it out.
Oh my. Thank you very much for the heads up.
You are very welcome. And the other
What kind
gentleman,
of accident?
nothing of concern, sir.
Did he just lie to me?
Roll an insight.
Yeah, I'm getting in on that.
Hello?
Yeah, he's lying through his teeth. Something happened. And the funny thing is, that right restroom was the one that you all had your little meeting around.
Hmm.
I narrow my eyes at him and I go, what happened in the restroom?
Sir, there's nothing that you need to be concerned about, I assure you.
If it helps, we might have heard a rumor of sorts.
Well, 'tis the season, is it not?
There may be something untoward going on
Fishy.
at this performance.
Would you like to elaborate, sir?
I don't have much in the way of proof, but rumor has it there have been a series of unfortunate goings on following this
Thank you for
show.
not saying events.
Uh-oh.
I was so close. I was like, "Don't do it! Don't you do it!"
Really? I do not know what you are referring to. His eyes narrow at you as you're speaking.
I only believe that it might be within everyone's interest if the local authorities, that being you, maintain a certain level of awareness and caution.
We are being incredibly cautious at this event, sir. And I will assure you that any rumors you have heard, you can rest easy and leave them out of your mind. We have many of our finest guards on duty tonight, just in case. Though we feel fairly positive nothing else will transpire tonight.
Can I minor illusion the sound of a sword being unsheathed on the opposite side of the guards? And then I'm going to bonus action wild shape into Alley Cat and run past them, or sneak past them.
Oh, okay. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Woo!
That could do it.
24, yeah. As soon as they hear the beginnings of a shing, both of them spin around quickly and super aggressively, grabbing their weapons and drawing them out, staring in both directions as you just meow.
And I'm going to head towards where I saw that large object being dragged and see what's going on.
Both of them were immediately in full combat mode. Their anxiety is spiked right now.
Nice.
And they Sorry about that, sir. Just old habits die hard.
I completely understand. Especially since at that noise, Corvus also got into like a sort of like a ready to punch someone's stance,
Wide stance.
Basically.
Why I oughta. Which reminds me, who
Spinning
has
his
the
fist.
dagger right now? Jasper?
Yeah.
Okay. Regina, you continue out there, and the two cloaked figures are both local Crown's Guard. They are currently hauling away a body of an incredibly robust-looking dwarven man. Fat, not just typically big, but fat. You recognize this individual as Bates. Roll me a
Where are they
perception
taking
check.
from? Okay.
They're leaving through like a side entrance for employees only.
Uh, 21.
Okay. The individual has a shattered face, like it was completely impacted inwards. And there is a perfect cut going down their mouth to their stomach, and then from their neck down the arms, just enough to open up the body, but not enough to let everything just slosh and fall out. Very incredibly precise movements for this.
I want to try and pick up Bates' scent and see if I can track it back inside to where he was.
All right. Give me a survival check. Did you add your
Keen
proficiency to that? Because I think you're proficient in survival. You're mentally you. It's your survival check.
Oh, okay. No, I am not, but I get a +5 instead of a +1, so it'll be a 21.
Sorry, you get the +1, not the +5. Mentally, you
Oh,
are
okay.
you. There's no choice in the matter. You are you.
Right, that was the cat's wisdom.
Exactly. You have your wisdom.
Okay, so it should be a +5 then, right?
What is
Mhm.
Regina's wisdom? What is Regina's survival bonus?
+5.
Okay, and this one is a +1.
Correct.
So you get an additional 4, so 21.
Awesome.
That's what I was trying to get across. Is we
Yeah.
are using your stats mentally. Physically, you are Cat. Mentally,
Okay,
you are
so
Regina.
Top 3 are the cat's, bottom 3 stats are mine.
That is correct.
Okay.
And proficiencies are still yours because mentally you are you, and that's what proficiency is, skill. You get your way over towards the back stoop where you see that there is a couple of the guards, not guards, workers for the event, currently standing outside, visibly shaking right now. One is smoking a rolled cigarette, and just dragging against it incredibly hard, while the other one is currently talking to another one of these Crown's guards at this location. Both of them seem to be going over how they discovered Bates.
I want to listen in on this real quick.
As you get closer, roll me a stealth check. That's the cats. The one guardsman is looks down over at you, but goes back to focusing on the conversation. Just one more time, please, ma'am. I know this is very difficult for you, but we need to know perfectly what transpired. So I was doing my rounds, checking the bathroom, making sure the smells were tended to, and we already had a mother come through complaining about the smell emanating from the room. The mother and child, they are okay. I saw them leave, but I went in after, and the body was the head was smashed into the sink, on the edge, and it was just sitting there. I thought he fell over or something. And when you went in there, did you interact with the body at all? I saw the pools of blood, and when I shrieked, that's when she gestures to the much younger looking man, probably in his mid-teens, who is just. All right, sorry, never mind. He's not a younger man. He's actually a still younger, mid-20s, early 20s, dragging on the cigarette very, very deeply, just completely out of focus with reality right now. So there was no signs of struggle that you easily saw. The stall door was leaning off the hinge slightly, like it was burst through aggressively. And how did none of your events guards hear this transpiring? They're all positioned around the theater. We check the bathrooms as soon as we begin the show. I'm not sure which guard was in charge of that area. Could it be one of them? We're not sure, ma'am. But you're going to have to stay here. I will have one of my crown's guards keep watch of you. If you would, 1 second. The guard goes over to you, Regina, like kind of like sitting in the grass, and battle beast.
And then I'm gonna run off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna head back towards the entrance. And are they still talking to the two guards there?
That's up to them. Them.
I'm
Fordrum
out.
and Corvus.
Corvus and Fordrum. Corvus, you are muted.
After that little conversation, I suppose I'd just head back in and try to regroup with everyone else.
Okay.
As we take 2 steps away, Fordrum's going to look at Corvus and go, "Why didn't we use the word assassination?"
We're trying not to cause a panic. That word tends to cause a panic.
But they're the guards. Shouldn't they be panicked?
Against my better interests, I'm willing to let you go ahead and try that.
Well, I mean, I figure that they should know what they're up against. And maybe that would tell them to really be concerned. No?
I'm fairly certain they realize once the body dropped.
Huh. All right. Human towns, I just don't get it.
I'm gonna change back into Regina, out of eyeshot of the guards, and then try and come around the corner and just, oh, good heavens, I've been lost for a while. Went out one of the side exits, didn't know how to get back.
They both nod at you, and kind of look inside and go, it appears that the first light has been called.
Oh, I better hurry then. Thank you all so much.
So that means you all have 5 minutes before show begins. Jasper, you walk with this guardsman back through the performers section of this incredible theater that you are at, and the guardsman looks over at you. So, are you enjoying the show? Did you at least get to catch the first half?
Oh, yes, I was here for the first half.
Oh, that is wonderful. How do you enjoy it?
It was very interesting.
Oh,
I've never actually been able to see them perform yet, and
really? You've never seen your own daughter perform? That is so unfortunate.
no, she just joined them up in Rexentrum actually. That's where she was learning.
I mean,
I sent her away, to learn. That's what she wanted to do. So,
yes, of course. The
the
blight
past.
of parenthood, correct? Always helping them no matter what.
mm-hmm.
It's really expensive for those schools as well, isn't it? It is,
Yes, it can get up there.
yes, and have you been in contact with your daughter about any of the events in the past year or so?
I try to send messengers and whatnot, but those take a while, of course.
Of course. Well, I can
But not
assure you,
face-to-face yet.
sir, that me and the rest of the guards have been doing everything in our power to ensure the safety of all of the performers.
Oh, of course.
Just, don't tell anybody I'm allowing you back here. I'm really not supposed to do this.
Oh, no, of course not.
And he walks with
appreciate
you
it.
just a little bit further, getting you over towards a row of doors, each of which are labeled, some with only 1 to 2 names, others they have just a letter put on the door and stabbed in there with a quick little tack of who all is preparing in these rooms. And he begins walking through, checking all of the letters, looking for Missy Mills. What?
Millie
Millie Mills?
Miller.
Millie Miller. Is she second string or third string?
I believe she told me it was second string.
Very well. And he goes over to the second string section and is going to investigate the doors. This is sir, I don't see her name on any of these pages.
Are you sure?
He gets closer and starts looking. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Is it the fanatical spelling, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And he just checks the doors and sir, her name is not on any of the lists.
What? Was she lying to me?
I need another deception check. This time at disadvantage.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Damn it, was she third string and she just didn't want to tell me because I would be upset? Man. I paid for all of this. Oh, baby.
16's not bad, but he has a chance of beating you, so I finally have the roll.
Yep.
The other one, he didn't have a chance.
Nah.
Just,
Man,
wow.
I paid so much money.
He rolled a 16.
Oof.
Yeah, so 16.
I paid for all this money to send her up there. Oh,
Sir, first light has been called. I suggest that you come back here tonight. If you would like, I can escort you to your seat in the theater.
no, that's all right. Thank you for your help.
Very well.
And she'll just turn around and walk back.
And he will walk roughly 5 paces behind you.
Mm-hmm.
Just your soft footsteps and his heavy metaled and armored and armed footsteps walking behind you.
And I was really contemplating doing something real bad, but then I realized that I'm not gonna do that.
I mean,
I'm not gonna cause a scene.
There's only 1 more hour to the show.
Yep. I'm not gonna do it. I'm
As
not gonna
you
blow
pass,
everything.
as you pass by, however,
Mhm.
You do see the same individual with the burnt left face and the feline-looking eye
Son of a
walk
bitch.
directly right past you, just smiling.
he's walking by, just because, I'm gonna just stick my tongue out at him.
Be careful, or the cat may catch it. You hear in your mind. Would you mind telling your friend, too?
I have a cat of my own.
So you're escorted back out into the general area where you meet back up with your allies. I'll say with only... Yeah, it'll probably be around this time that you meet back up with them.
Yeah.
The first light has shown you have 5 minutes. However, before we continue with that, we are going to go ahead and go on break so I can prepare what's going to be happening for the second act. We'll see you around next time.
Great.
BRB!